Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Card Craft. To say sorry, haven't got a tutorial this week. I've had a really busy week and haven't had a chance to get anything prepped and organised. But mind you, I have had time to play with my latest journal and I've finally finished it. Started this little guy just before Christmas. Got a couple of other clips, videos where I've actually been working on it, but it's finally finished. I'm so pleased with it. It's a bit of a gator mouth. You can see how wide it is. I like all my bits and pieces that come out, my dangles and all the rest. It's a hidden spine journal with 3 signatures. So my front cover, it was a little hardcover book. The book was actually bright red. So to start with, I just painted it in an acrylic black paint. So you can just see what it was there. But it was fairly worn anyway. So I painted the whole thing black. I then used a stencil and some texture paste in a spiral swirl on here, but in a black texture paste. Now, I've actually got a black one, but if you haven't got a black texture paste or anything like that, or an embossing medium texture paste, whichever way you want to call it, you can add a little bit of paint to your white, which will give you that same effect. So I've gone over it, of course, in the black. I've then, once that's dried, I've then got a copper acrylic paint and just a little bit on my finger, just dabbed lightly where all that is. If I bring that closer, you'll see, hopefully, where it all actually is. I've then done the same around the edges with the copper paint, just to give it an older, worn look. The bottom part, again, I've used a stencil, but I've heat embossed with a copper embossing powder. So just part of the script stencil. I can't remember what the brand was with my script stencil, and I can't find it right at the moment. I haven't got it right at hand, sorry. So it was just a little 6" by 6" script stencil. There are quite a few of them out there, so they work so well, whether you're inking over them, whether you're painting over them, or in this case, I've heat embossed with it. So, as I said before, it's a hidden spine, so you can see the spine down here. I'll move all my bits. So I've covered the spine with, it's like a corkboard, but it's an actual ribbon-based corkboard. Here it is. So that's it, and it just looks like corkboard. When you turn it over, it's actually a fabric. Oh, look, I've had it for ages. Found it at one of the dollar stores. Crafters Corner was the brand. Cork ribbon roll. And it just worked so well on this. So I've done my spine in that to start with, just to strengthen it a little bit and to cover where I've gutted the book originally. I've then used some chipboard for my signatures and placed some of that on it again, sewn in my signatures, and then adhered that to the spine. I've then covered this with, look, it was just a matte paper, but I photocopied it out in just normal copy paper in black and white, and then I've aged it with a tea dye wash over the top. So I've done that on the front and on the back, and then I've just added some lace where the two meet. So, whoops, oh, sorry guys, you still with me? Gone for a little trip there, sorry. I like lots of journaling space in my journals for whatever it is you want to use it for. Whether you just want to sketch in them, whether you want to draw doodles, write some notes, and all the rest. I like to have lots and lots of journaling space. So this one has quite a bit of journaling space. As I said, some of them with my signatures, I've got lined paper, I've got scrapbook paper, I've got doilies in there, I've got coffee dyed copy paper and tea-dyed copy paper. So they're my base papers that I've used for my signatures. A lot of them I've left plain so that I can journal. Others, this was a scrapbook paper, and it was just a felt embossed scrapbook paper, which I've popped in and then folded part over to make a pocket. So we've got that one again with journaling space on the other side. So my next page, so that's the rest of that scrapbook paper. I've just got a little tag for journaling with it's either a tea-dyed or a coffee-dyed doily and an altered button in here. More of my lace, just a stamp, very lightly stamped so that it's there but not overpowering the page. Another one with lots of tags. A lot of them I'll put the lines in there to actually journal on. Some I just leave plain. So just a little collection of tags in a stamped pocket. My doilies, as I said, I tend to leave my doilies fairly plain. I like to put a little bit on them, and they're just bits and pieces that I'll cut out. As I'm finding papers, I've just got a little container with what I call add-ons. So they're just all small little bits and pieces that'll finish off tags and pages, etc. Stamped image from a darkroom door stamp set with my lines again. This page was just a serviette or a napkin glued onto just the plain tea-dyed paper. Envelopes are the other thing I tend to put in my signatures. So this is part of an envelope that I've then made a pocket on this side. So just another journaling card. And on the front of my envelope, I've got a couple more tags just tucked in. And on the back, I've got another journaling spot. More doodling or writing space. And again, more my signatures then. I'll leave the strings long, trim one a little bit down, and the other one I'll put on some danglies so that I can do them as page markers for where the centres of my signatures are, or they make just nice danglies at the top. And I love that noise. Love the noise of the danglies. Going over the other side of that envelope. So again, I've got a journaling card that's on some back of some old advertising, and I've just lightly dry brushed some gesso on it just to pale it down a little bit because it was very, very vibrant. So I've sanded it a little bit and then I've dry brushed some gesso onto it. He just goes in. That's the back of that one. More writing space. Another little pocket. I'll just grab a tag. Empty tag, just a plain tag, so that you can see when I've got pockets to pop whatever you want in. Another part of a doily. This one's just on a paper clip with a little dangle at the top, and it just another journal card. So he'll just go back on like so. That's my lady that I have attached up here. She's just a stamped image as well, but I've just got her there for something to have. Another little tag, the last part of that scrapbooking paper with the felt embossed. So just a journal tag, and pocket in this one is some old scrapbook paper, and then I've got the clear section from a sewing pattern and torn it and gone over the top. So you can see a little bit of the writing from that, but it just dulls down the scrapbook paper that I've got underneath. More journaling space. Little cluster. It was actually from one of the tutorials that I did a couple of weeks ago, but when I did him, I really liked him in that page. More doily, more writing space. This one is... I finally sourced some really nice tracing paper. I'd had trouble, well, I'm in Australia, and I'd had trouble getting really nice, crinkly tracing paper. There we go. So I'd finally been able to source some, so thank you, Lisa. Came home with that one and made a little envelope, popped him on, popped a little journal card in there with the music, because I like how it shows through onto that. Then popped some cheesecloth and just a little piece of ephemera with more lines ready to journal. This one again is some scrapbook paper that actually had the torn look across the top. And this is another serviette that's been adhered into the page. Another envelope. So this one's been covered both sides. And then I've made a tag, again, a darkroom door stamp, and more journaling space on the back. So that one just tucks straight in there. And if I centre it right, when I turn it over, this section will sit in my thumb hole. More journaling space, just a little strip of paper down here, and that's there for a reason. That's there because I slightly tore my coffee paper. I find my coffee dyed paper tears really easily. Something I've got to work on. So just to strengthen it up, I've popped a little bit of a border down that side. Centre of this signature, so I've done them, so this is technically the centre of the book. So I've done them as mirror image, and I've got two little tags both sides, and then I've got a journaling card on this side. You can see where I slightly tore that paper, but because it's got this on the other side, it'll hold it firm. So there's one. And then the other one, which is done on the same paper, and these are just stamped images with the journal card on the other side and finished in lace so that they'll tuck out of my book. More journaling, just little punch outs of flowers that have then been stamped on. And then part of the envelope again. Now this is a paper, they're a handmade paper and they're hand sewn. I'd love to say that I've sewn on it, but I can't take that credit. So it's just a handmade paper with sewn. I actually like this side. I'm not quite certain whether you're meant to use this side or this side. I like the thicker thread look on this one. So I've done this on both sides of this envelope and then made a little tag, again, to match in with these ones, with, again, some more handmade paper that I had floating around, so you can see it's got all the fibres and everything in it. And then I've just adhered that, because it is so soft and flimsy, to just some cream cardstock to make another journaling spot. So he gets tucked in there. This one again has got another pocket to tuck something in. This little pocket was just, I had a Pitman's shorthand book from the 50s, which I love, which is this. So I've gone over it a little bit in some antique linen, and then I've used a little bit more of my tracing paper directly over the top just to soften it down again to make my pocket. Now this time I've glued the whole thing onto there with just my glue stick. So you can't see the glue at all through it, and then I've made a pocket out of it. This side I've just got a little tuck. This has all been stenciled, the one colour green ink, but just deeper and darker in different spots. So another journaling card, and just tucks in. This little pocket was, I love this. My daughter gave me some serviettes for Christmas, some green serviettes, but they were embossed, really heavily embossed. So I played around, and this is the backing sheet. You know, they come with 2 or 3 sheets in them. The bottom sheets, of course, were a creamy white. I've adhered them onto some cream cardstock and very lightly pushed them down, so it's still got, I don't know if you can see that, so it's still got that embossed look. So it's just straight serviette adhered onto the cream cardstock with my glue stick. And then I've just added my ephemera and some lace at the top, and he just tucks straight in to overhang at the top. More journaling, more doily, stamping with more journaling. Another little tuck pocket. I'll fix that. It's coming out. More journaling. Another little, just a little tuck to have a secret message or as a page marker. More journaling. Another little side pocket. And, oh, if I can pick him up, I've just got a belly band in that side. This one's the other part of an envelope. And he's been covered. I had old checks, so they've gone up and over. And then I've stamped an image across the top. And then I've got another little journaling card with paper clip. If I pull him all off, so it's just a stamp that I've popped over a little piece of cardstock and tied a bow on the end of my paper clip. So that just goes in like that. And then the whole thing will just slide onto there. Move her over so that it sits in like that. This one just sits up like that. Back of that one, another little side pocket. Another little pocket here, more journaling. Again, I like different sorts of paper clips and all the rest, so this is another sort of paper clip, and that's on a, I think it was a time card or something like that, and that's just a stamped image to make another little journaling posse, and he just tucks in there as well. Another little pocket. This one, again, I've used an envelope. So it was just a smaller envelope that I came across. So from the start, we'll undo him that way. I've had my normal page. I've popped the flap of the envelope and stuck him on the normal page, and then adhered another page on top, which I've then put some journaling lines and some stamped images. Then got a journaling card that I've made for in my envelope. And then on the outside of my envelope, I made another pocket. If I can undo that one, there we go. With just another little journaling card. That might be a little bit tight. No, there it goes. And just some more, but that one's, it's a tighter weave cheesecloth, so a muslin type thing, and some lace and some old book page. Again, another serviette just adhered straight on the page, and some more of this serviette on an actual chipboard. I don't know, what are they called? Just those little tabs that you can sit in there, and some star brads on that. This is, where are we? This little time card, because it's only about that long. So I haven't folded it in half. I folded it to meet the sides of these pages, and then the little bit that was left over is this section. So I've made this section into a pocket. So you can see that card in there. And I've just adhered another little piece of cardstock over the top with some journaling. And then on the back of that one, and I've put that stamp to match all with the brightness of this one. On the back of this, I've put another little piece of ephemera, made a longer tag or tab that you can then use as a page marker. So I've just popped a dangle up the top, and the whole thing can be just tucked in wherever you go, wherever you are, as a page marker. And he just sits straight in there, either side. And that's a stamped image. They're both actually just stamped images on each side of that tab. So more journaling. Another little pocket. Journaling. Fully stamped background. another stamped image, part of another envelope. Now this one's got a tag in it, which has a tag, so both of those will end up as journaling spots. Don't know if you get it yet. I like journaling spots. I just love the look of all the little journaling spots and hidden ones and tucked ones and all the rest. This one again, it's got another little pocket. Over here, got another pocket. I'm taking that off screen, sorry. Again, more of that scrapbook paper. And then finally, I've just left some lines, stamped darkroom door image again, and just finishing with the journaling at the back as well. I'm really pleased with how it's come out. As I said before, I like big chunky ones. I like all my lace and bits and bobs hanging out. I've used lace in most of these, and then right in my centre, I just used some, hemp cord sitting in here, and each one of these have got just little dangles. I hope you've enjoyed this flip through. I've really enjoyed making this one. I haven't done this size before. Usually most of my journals are a larger size. This was quite fun to do in this size. I did have to watch my tag sizes and keep more to a middle size, but it feels nice in your hand. Look at that. It just sits in your hand beautifully. I can't wait for that one to sit on my shelf. I don't think I want anything else on the spine. I like the plain black spine, and I love the front. So I hope you've enjoyed this flip through, and I promise as soon as I get a moment, I will get on and do a tutorial. I can't guarantee it's going to be in the next day or so. Got a few things running around in my head, but as I said, I hadn't had time to come up with them. I usually like to play with them first and see if they work out, and I was just so keen on getting this one finished. So now that he's finished, I'm going to start another one, but before that I'll get on to my tutorial. I've got quite a few books sitting here waiting to go. Whether I do an altered book next time or whether I go back into a sewn signature, I'm not quite certain, but I hope you've enjoyed it, girls. Thank you for watching. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. For those of you that are already on my channel, thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing from you next time. Thank you. Bye.